teams that's ahead of them in the Eastern Conference standings, the Miami Heat, who sit atop the East after winning 8 of their last 10 games. And look, we've said this a few times in the Stock Report this season. The Heat were a team that we thought would get to the playoffs and be a real tough opponent for teams, assuming they were healthy at that point. The fact that Miami is leading the Eastern Conference with all the injuries they've had, with Kyle Lowry in and out of the lineup, Bam Adebayo in and out of the lineup, Jimmy Butler missing time, go down the list. They've had pretty much every rotation player miss time this year. They still find themselves in first place in the East. And I think if you're a Miami Heat fan, or if you're a member of the Heat organization, they have felt confident all season that if they can get their group healthy come mid-April and the playoffs start, they can beat anybody in the league. And I certainly think you have to look at where they are right now and think that's definitely possible. And they're also going to get, as my colleague Adrian Wojnarowski reported last week, they're going to get Victor Oladipo back in the next couple weeks. And he has been a guy that since the Heat signed him to a minimum contract last summer, they have looked at as their buyout addition after the trade deadline. Have Victor come back, give them some boost, give them a bit of a boost down the stretch. And if you can do anything for him in the playoffs, it's an added bonus. And that's how they look at him. And we'll see if Victor can come back and give them something. But if he's anything like the player he was before these leg injuries the past couple of years, that's another weapon that's thrown out there for Coach Eric Spoelstra to work with. So again, sort of like the Sixers, you have to feel really good if you're a Heat fan going into this final quarter of the season about where this team sits. It's far ahead of where I would have expected them to be in the regular season. And certainly if the Miami Heat have home court advantage in the East playoffs, you've got to look at them as a real, as arguably the favorite to get out of the East and into the NBA Finals. I thought they might be a bit of an insurgent team going into the playoffs, maybe a dark horse sleeper candidate. But with the way they've played, I think you have to look at them as a true favorite. And, to me, right up there with the Milwaukee Bucks is the class of the East.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.